am reincarnated. I was stargazing. Life goes on. I need all my babies. Woke up looking for the broccoli. High key, keep a horn on me. That could my seat. IP ownership. The blueprint is by me. Mr. Get Off. I get off in my seat.
Oh, here.
It was. Now they did that perfectly. Honestly.
Yeah. No, for real.
Hey, well,
wrestling is in a pretty decent place right now. Like,
yeah, like with the exception of Cody, everything been solid.
Hey, man, fuck that nigga.
And the tag division.
Oh shit, you recording? Oh.
Nah. I mean, it's
hey, they got me.
It's a little light better. They got you, man.
They got you. Hey, welcome back, y'all, to the MVP's Lounge, man. Joined here by Frank, Kudo. Soul be here for a little comments a little later about some stuff, but hey, we here to review Smackdown and give y'all the Money in the Bank predictions.
Yeah, what's happening? Let's get this show on the road.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. A lot to talk about in a short little time. Jey Uso starts to show out, getting the crowd lit. Hey, I ain't expecting all the challengers to be here on SmackDown, but Jey Uso pulls up, LA Knight pulls up, what's that dude's name? Carmelo Hayes pulls up, Gable pulls up, the rest of everybody pulls up. Out here talking smack, talking about how they gonna win Money in the Bank. But Drew Mackey comes out last to point to every single one of them in that ring and bury them and tell them, hey, yo, y'all niggas is trash. I'm winning this briefcase. And I don't know why he went to Jey Uso specifically and told him how the hell you get across the border. Now, I know he couldn't go to Andrade and say that, but like...
That was wild racist because it was just like, how you get across the border?
I guess he was taking a dig at him for them DUIs of him and Jimmy and shit.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, that's what I was thinking too. If it, I was like, he can't say that to Andrade. I was like, it looked crazy coming off to say it to one of the Usos, to say it to Jey. But then I thought about it too. We could have also made it funny as hell because it's as if he was mistaking Jey for Jimmy.
Yeah, but they both got some charges, I think so.
I think James has got a DUI too as well, but we know Jimmy has. Because at one point,
Jimmy definitely had way more.
Anytime Jimmy got a DUI, they won the titles. I think that's fucking hilarious, by the way. Every time Jimmy got a DUI, it's like, oh, they winning the championship.
I don't know how that worked. Vince was just like, yeah, give him the belts. Like I don't get it, but
it's like the old WWE, man. It's like the old WWF. When people get charges now, they don't get suspended or fired or nothing. Hell, when look at Liv. When Liv got arrested for weed, they put the title on her. Listen, that I work nowadays. You want a championship, catch a charge.
Interesting. Okay. Make sure y'all get y'all charges out here in these streets. Get you a title shot. But right after that comment that he makes to Jey Uso, they all start brawling. LA Knight and Jey Uso take out Drew last, and those are the last two men standing in the ring facing each other. So, hey, man, we hype for this ladder match to come. We get Bailey in a backstage segment. Chelsea Green interrupts her to tell her that she's going to win the Money in the Bank briefcase and cash in on her. Bailey, not even paying attention to her, looking past her, and Piper Niven pulls up from behind to hem her up, show her who's boss. Piper back to get her full-on revenge.
Yeah. Chelsea might win this bitch. I wouldn't mind seeing it. I wouldn't mind. I mean, it's almost like 99.9% chance that it's probably going to Tiffany Stratton, but I wouldn't be mad at Chelsea winning. I would personally think that was fire. But
Chelsea kind of remind me of
Harper being a threat too.
of a Carmella when Carmella had won it, where I didn't kind of expect it, and then when it happens, you kind of like, oh, this kind of works.
This makes sense, right? So yeah.
All right, let's see what we got. We get the Profits against Pretty Deadly.
Street
I think you
Profits.
said it multiple times, but Montez Ford makes a case for himself every week. He's out here. Why, when he gets his singles run at some point, he's gonna be a real problem.
Bruh. His singles run is going to be spectacular. And that's not to take any away from Dawkins either, because Angelo Dawkins is really, really, really good. Like, I give all the credit in the world to Monte Ford for being just how good he is in the ring, being incredibly athletic and shit. Angelo Dawkins is very athletic as well in his own right, and he does a lot of incredible shit too. So that's not to take away from him at all. And I'm a big fan of both guys. So I think he would honestly do well as a singles guy too, probably in the mid card. Like that would be fire to me. But
Yeah, I could definitely see Dawkins being like a U.S. or Intercontinental champion.
yeah, for sure, I could definitely see that for him. Uh, but them right now as a group, they just so good, bruh. Like anytime they anytime they let them really cut loose and let them get right in a tag match, like it's almost like they have to do sometimes the same shit that Montez Ford White be having to do, which is like they're so good, they be low key be having to play down to whoever else in the match with them instead of you know what I'm saying, like because whoever it is they going up against a lot of times can't hold up against them, so they got to bring themselves down to that level to make it look competitive. Yeah, the thorough took on Pretty Deadly, got them a good clean win. The hype Montez Ford be getting on his frog splashes be crazy. Like we might have to do like a little mini rankings one day of like top 5 frog splashes. And
He definitely gets to the heights of like RVD and the promise of him doing that shit.
yeah, he might even be higher than him. Like that shit crazy. Then they always get the great camera angles with it too. Shout out to the new camera crew. Fuck Kevin Dunn forever.
Yeah, the video games don't do that frog splash justice. Because they really need to get him the mocap when he does the frog splash. Because in the games, they make it look trash.
Yeah, they gotta get him in the stew to do that because that should be clean every time.
Profits though, they get a W over Pretty Deadly. I think this was Pretty Deadly's first match back. I guess.
I
Yeah.
believe so. Yeah.
So I don't. We've talked about it before. The tag division for wrestling in WWE specifically has been kind of lackluster, but Triple H is trying to rebuild it. So I don't know where Pretty Deadly stacks up against everybody because they were on a nice little run when Vince was running things. So technically, those wins still kind of count at the moment. So I'm not.
They've been
I don't
cooled off
really.
a lot though, so you're gonna have to get them back on TV regularly.
I believe the next pay-per-views we got next is what? SummerSlam, Bash at Berlin. I don't know if they can like set up some kind of mini tournament for tag teams just to get that division like more livened up for the future because it's right now it's kind of cooled off. It's on ice. We need to start heating it up. Speaking of tag teams, tag team champions Grayson Waller and Austin Theory are backstage, and Grayson's pretty much trying to convince Theory to stop listening to what Gargano and Ciampa have to say, because Gargano is saying like, "Hey, bro, you shouldn't even be trusting your own partner because it seems like he's about to betray you." And Grace is like, "Hey, you never won championships with this dude. You shouldn't care about what he got to say." But to be fair, though, he was in Gargano's family.
Listen, Tommaso Ciampa warning somebody about betrayal is one of the most unbelievable things you can possibly see in wrestling. Because it's just like, on one hand, it's just like, how dare you? Like, nigga, you had one of the biggest betrayals of all time in wrestling history, nigga, of all people.
Top 5 anime deaths.
Say what now?
I said top 5 anime deaths right there. That
Bro,
nigga, he killed Gargano, man.
he killed my man. Like, that nigga did to him what you call it did to Maze Hughes. Like, what the fuck? I'm like, bro, you of all people to speak on this, but also he would know what a betrayal looks like. He know what to look for. He would be an expert.
Yeah, if you hear Ciampa, Randy, or KO telling you about something about betrayals, listen to them. You know what I'm saying? They know.
That's why Cody trusting both of them is wild right now. Because it's like, nigga, you want to talk about niggas stabbing you in the back? That'll be a wild twist. They keep hinting that Orton is the one that's gonna turn on him, and it end up being KO.
Or it ended up being both of them. But, that's just me just saying fuck Cody.
That's hilarious.
Honestly, if we're being real, just to build for more stars for Cody to fit, not build, but more stars, but just to have more opponents for Cody in the future, I wouldn't be mad at it if both of them niggas just be like, nah, F Cody. Like, it's probably best. You can already have Bloodline, Randy, and KO set up. There you go. Have them lined up already.
Have KO turn, have Rod, have Orton turn on Cody, and then Kevin Owens turn on Orton because he turned on Cody before he could.
Yeah, having a feud with somebody because they beat you to the punch of attacking a champion is kind of crazy.
You want to talk about ultimate pettiness?
But right after we get Jay Cargill and Bianca Belair against Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae. Are there any other women on this roster besides Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae? So,
Everybody busy. Money in the bank.
Everybody busy.
Everybody busy.
Right. Yeah, they're like, hey, yo, we need some, we need 2 women to get amped up tonight. Send out Candice and Indy.
Who ain't? I mean, who ain't involved? Whoever ain't involved with the match, like, hey, who left? You come get involved. And based off of what went on later on the night, hell, that was everybody.
See?
And some more shit.
True. This match was, as you could imagine, pretty much they dominated the, and by they I mean the Powerbuff girls. They dominated. They got their W, and they pretty much want to challenge Isla Dawn and Alba Fire to get their tag team championships back. Now, will they get them back? That's to be seen for the future. I'm not sure if they will. Out comes Randy Orton, KO, and Cody. I know sold Cody's portion of this promo, and I know sold half of what Randy said. All I heard was 3 most dangerous letters are RKO. And I really paid attention to the Kevin Owens part because, in his home country, and he spoke on his mom being sick at the time, and he could be home with her or at the hospital with her, and instead he chose to come to work because that's what his mom would want, and how he's looking to make sure that Bloodline, win, lose, or draw, they get stomped out tomorrow. So I messed with KO's promo. I know sold the rest of that.
So what KO's promo told me is I'm gonna get dog walk tomorrow the most, and I'm taking the pin.
I'm getting dog walk, and I'm taking the pin.
Yo, Cody taking that pin, but we get to that later.
Boy, that's wishful thinking, there, brother.
Cody definitely got. Hey, if we build into what we think about later, Cody definitely got to take this pin. Bailey versus Piper Niven. Mania rematch. The Money in the Bank competitors for the women's match pretty much pulled up to ringside to watch the outcome, and Tiffany Stratton, she got the biggest pop, I would say, out of all of them. And when she showed up, the crowd was loving some Tiffany.
Listen, crowd is always gonna love a blonde hair, blue eye, big titty white woman.
See, there you go. Hey, soul to soul, soul to soul, brother.
Whatever soul loves is on him.
See, there you go. Naomi and Chelsea Green get into it on the outside, and they cause a skirmish, a kerfluffle, a brouhaha, so to speak, and the rest of the women.
This is why we losing people.
Now, if I would have told your ass to spell all them words you just said,
I can give you 3. I don't know about the rest. But yeah, that's the one I couldn't get.
Yeah,
that's the one I can't do. But hey, they know what I mean though. Them niggas start brawling on the outside, and the rest of the Money in the Bank women.
His ass like it, man.
The rest of the women pull up to brawl on the outside, and then Tiffany's like, "Let me hit my moonsault right quick from the top on some Charlotte, and take out the rest of the women."
Better than Charlotte. Don't say on some Charlotte. That's better than Charlotte. Don't say that.
I don't know. Charlotte got the Charlotte's corkscrew moonsault.
I was gonna say, come on now, we're not gonna see that like Tiffany Stratton shit is better than Charlotte. Charlotte at least got spin with hers.
Sure, Charlotte hit a corkscrew moonsault on them. Yeah, it don't be landed, but hey, it look pretty as hell. Bailey gets distracted, knocked into the corner by Piper. She tried to go for her what do they call that? Her mid rope dive splash thing. I don't even know what the hell the name of it is, but she was going for that and she misses and then gets caught with the rose plant and holds the L.
She sold that shit perfect too. That shit was crazy.
Yeah. She spiked herself and I looked crazy. Nah. Piper's is good, bro. But immediately after the match, Bailey gets attacked by Queen Nia, laid out with 2 leg drops, and she was gonna go for the Annihilator, but then Mia Yim pulls up. Yeah, I guess we all forgot Mia Yim was on this roster because she's been chilling in NXT for so long.
Yeah, they've been doing a little mini feud to get Nia some TV time.
But Mia Yim pulls up with a candlestick for the save.
Yeah, they've been having a feud for a little minute, a little off and on feud. Mia Yim with Nia. That's when she threw that drink in Nia's face and Nia's ass kept falling. She couldn't stand up. That was hilarious.
True. They have been having their small little spouse back.
Then Nia smashed her back into the wall and shit. It was a whole thing. So
she been doing double duty though. She been doing double duty, NXT and SmackDown. So shouts out to her. And we finally reach the pinnacle, the main event. DIY versus A-Town Down Under for the World Tag Team titles. Before that, they were putting over every tag team champion prior to this in history, trying to build this match up to its peak. And once we get to it, hey, the match was good. Like A-Town Down Under was the most randomly put together team, but hey, their tag team work was good in this match with DIY.
It was pretty decent. I like the
Theory's still taking bullets.
Yeah, that's for sure. I like the callback though to when they won the titles before, and dude was getting ready to tap out, and his partner stopped his hand just for him to get in there and get his ass locked up too.
Yeah, no, the callbacks was great. Same building they went in, and this whole match theory was out here just taking strays for Grayson and trying to save the match. So we're gonna hear about that next week from one of them.
Anytime you get DIY in like a championship match or a big time match, they usually bring their competition to the level of them. So that's why that's why I thought it was a great match. Because I would never see that shit from like Theory or Waller, but tonight they did that shit.
Gargano and Ciampa are the new World Tag Team Champions. Pyro goes off. Celebration is among us. But you think the show is over, but it's not.
Acknowledge me.
This nigga.
They had they had to put you on game and let you know who is who and what's what. My tribal chief, our tribal chief, Solo
No.
Sikoa.
No. Mm-mm. Don't say that shit.
Hold on. Hey. Let me get this. Let me get my joint off, and then I let you get your 2 bits in. Our tribal chief, Solo Sikoa, was putting Cody Rhodes and the formal tribal chief, Roman Reigns, on notice. I'm coming for one of you, that being Cody Rhodes. He coming for you. Coming to take that belt off. And as for Roman, he's no longer tribal chief, and if he want that title back along with the WWE Championship, he's gonna have to come get it back in blood.
All right, kudos. Say your 2 cents.
That nigga is not my tribal chief, man.
So he finna get the same treatment Paul Heyman got.
Hey, when my nigga music hit, I don't know when, but when that shit hit,
What you mean you don't know when? Solo told you.
That's when I'm talking my shit. I'm throwing my ones back up, nigga, and we riding on everybody.
Solo told you already, man. Roman Reigns not coming back.
Hey, when that nigga music hit, when he walked out there with Paul Heyman, it's raps.
Nah,
Go ahead.
that's gonna be a fire ass moment.
I'm enjoying the bloodline God. You know what I'm saying? That's they clean. You know, they got the Lokes on in the background, they clean. It's cool, but you know, that ain't my tribal chief, you know.
All right.
Blasphemous.
We're gonna hold you to that. We're gonna hold you to that. That was SmackDown Live. Money in the Bank is tomorrow, though, so we are gonna give you back to back in the same video the predictions for Money in the Bank. Before we get to that, though, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Share the video. I just got a notification on my phone that we did get a new subscriber as we were recording. So thank you to Kira for subscribing to the channel. We appreciate it. Tune in, stay tuned, lock in, because it's Money in the Bank predictions time. We're gonna start off first with Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental title. Braun Breaker's gonna kill this nigga. He gonna kill him. He's gonna put Sami Zayn. Like, listen, Sami, you and your home country with KO. You about to get put in a coffin in your country and stay right here where you at. That's what Braun gonna leave you. He taking his belt.
I don't think that of all the matches on this card, this might be the least questionable match. Like, Braun Breaker is for sure about to kill Sami Zayn and get that belt up off of. I don't even really know what else to say to this match. Like, we know what's about to happen. Ain't no need for no twist and no extra build up. Go ahead and get my man this championship and let it run amok with that motherfucker.
I think this might end in a no contest. I don't know. I don't see Braun winning this I don't see him winning at this pay-per-view.
Really?
Because just for some reason, him and Sammy and fucking Sheamus, they just been all intertwining, man. I think that shit might be a bigger match at SummerSlam.
So you think Sheamus and what's my guy named Ludwig? You think that's going?
If Ludwig can go, they could probably do a fucking fatal 4-way.
I'd be down for that. That'd be fire.
Hey, you know what? We talked about it earlier. Make that fatal 4-way elimination.
Well,
That'd be cool.
Add 2 more people, make it a championship scramble.
See, we on to something here. See, now we're cooking with grease. Yeah, I'm with it. Okay, so 2 said Braun got it. 1 says no contest. Okay, let's get on to this Bloodline versus Cody and RKO. Who are the members of the Bloodline that's going to be in this match, though?
It looked like it was going to be Solo, Tama Tonga, and Jacob from what that graphic showed. But I don't know. I can't be too sure. I don't know if they announced it or not.
Yeah, I feel like we ain't gonna know until the match. That's what I look at it. I feel like we ain't gonna know who the hell in that until the match happens. So we gonna be guessing.
Well, we're gonna go out on a limb and assume that it's gonna be Tama and Jacob. And if we're going that route, I'm still saying Bloodline gets the W with Solo pinning Cody Rhodes. Dead center.
Solo definitely pinning Cody. Cody definitely taking his L.
Solo gonna pin Cody, so it really don't even matter who else is in this match. I think it's gonna be Solo and God with Jacob ringside to cause havoc and worry.
All right. Well, that was easy enough. All right. Let's transition over. Let's get to this men's Money in the Bank matchup.
I got Jay.
I got Drew.
Who I think is gonna win? I think it's gonna be Jay. But who do I want to win? I'd like it to be Andrade.
Same. I think Jay gonna win. I would want Andrade to win.
I think they're gonna give it to Drew, man, and Drew's gonna cash in that night.
Yo, if Drew cashes in this night right here and then loses, oh my god,
we gonna get to that.
Oh my god,
we gonna get to that in the main event. Don't worry about that.
Son. The heat. Okay. All right. Oh my lord. All right. Let's go on to the women's Money in the Bank matchup.
It should be across the fucking board.
I got Tiffany Stratton winning this match, and I predict Tiffany Stratton will win this match.
I got now who I want to win and who I think is winning. 2 different things for me, because I want Chelsea Green to win, but I know Tiffany Stratton is winning. Stratton's winning, but I want Chelsea to win.
You could definitely make a case for Chelsea to win. And like everybody has, like the betting odds are probably on Tiffany Stratton to win. I would and I'm obviously going with Tiffany. Who I would want to win is Naomi, just because they be hinting at her and Bailey a lot. And
They
I think
have
that,
been hitting at that a lot, though.
yeah, and I think that would be interesting.
They've been hinting at a match between them a lot.
Hmm.
No, that's true. And
And,
they always keep
and
running them
Naomi
as
was
the
really
tag
good
team.
as a heel, too.
Yep.
Naomi was a great heel.
That'd be kind of interesting if they do that. Huh. I never even thought about Naomi being an option, really. But low key, hey, heel Naomi. Possible chance. I mean, we're not getting. I keep saying trying to add women to the bloodline. We ain't never getting it, apparently.
That'd have been fire if we did.
I don't see the reason why you can't add them in there, but hey, to each his own, I guess. I mean, but with that being said, we now reach the main event of tonight: Damian Priest versus Seth Rollins.
Now, the build to this has been, even though it's short notice, has been pretty decent. And it actually got you questioning who's going to win what. I think a lot of people think Seth is going to win. I think Damian is going to win. I think they're going to use Seth. A lot of people just see it as Seth winning, and then he gonna face Gunther at SummerSlam. I don't think it's that cut and dry though, because I don't know. I think they kind of like Damian as champion, and Damian has done really well as champion. So I think they kind of want to solidify him even more by having him beat Seth.
Now, a reminder to y'all: stipulation for this match: if Seth wins, Damian Priest is out of the Judgment Day. But if Seth loses, then for as how long Damian Priest stays as champion, Seth Rollins cannot challenge for that world title. So, honestly, I mean, I agree. Damian Priest to solidify his run fully as a great run. Like him beating Seth would be great storytelling because last time, as pointed out, he was the first person to challenge Seth for that title and lost. So it'll show that how far he's gotten to this point to get him his W.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, though,
Yo, this man's run as champion has been fucking phenomenal.
it has. But with that being said, though, I want to say I'm gonna change it up because I know personally what I think is gonna happen is if Drew does win and he does decide to cash in his briefcase at the end of the match after whoever wins, some other things are gonna happen. But before we get to that, I want to say something different. I want to say Drew's gonna cash in his money in the bank briefcase halfway through this match, or at least close to the end of it, and turn
That's
it
what I
into a
was
triple.
Yep.
Yeah, he's gonna turn into a triple threat match, and that's where he's gonna try to get his W, but he's gonna be.
It's perfect. As soon as that bell rings for a triple threat, that means anything goes.
Mm-hmm. So guess who that means? We'll be pulling up.
Yo, I ain't
Pulling
gonna
up.
cap it. If I ain't even gonna cap it, if AJ Lee showed up,
Someone made it. Someone niggas been saying on Twitter that during this ladder match, that when Drew goes to grab the briefcase, she gonna pull up and push him off.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
Oh my god! And you know what? If that does happen, he got to hit her with a claymore to the face. He has to.
She's not getting involved in wrestling again. But you know
She's
who is
not.
involved in wrestling?
Larry the
Her
dog.
husband.
Oh, Larry the dog. Oh, Larry gonna jump in the ring and do Larry gonna do a run in?
Larry said, "Yo, I already bit one wrestler. What's another one?"
Larry doing a run in and Drew Claymore and the dog is crazy.
Larry said, "I done put a dog. I done put a wrestler down before. This is light work."
Give me back my bracelet.
That's crazy. Larry with the run in. That'd be kind of fire. He get music too.
Side note: it's funny as hell that dog named Larry, because if they have a kid, they'll probably name the kid Spike. White people love doing that. White people give a dog a regular person name, like Larry, Brian.
CM
Kids
Punk
be
a big
named.
comic book fan, so I mean he might, but then again he also might go with something out of the ordinary.
That'd be hilarious. This is my son, Cable.
Larry the
My
cable
dog.
guy. All right,
This is my dog. This is my son Rex, and this is my dog Larry.
yeah, that's CM Punk work right there.
But yeah, Marquez, you said what I was thinking, that Drew's cashing in mid-match to turn it into a triple threat. And as soon as he do that, as soon as he go for that dumbass 3 count, because he can't get away from that fucking 3 count with that Claymore, Punk's running out.
Yes, sir. Ruining that match for him.
I guarantee you, CM Punk is in that country.
Oh, he definitely there.
Yo,
He was in the building. He in Gorilla.
If Drew loses, they should definitely just to troll that nigga, they should definitely just play like Broken Dreams, bro. Cause that should be hilarious.
Here's the thing with Drew and the whole him getting the briefcase to cash it. While that sounds good and it makes sense to a degree, it kind of kills the moment. I don't like the whole wasting of the briefcase that fast, because it's just like you could have used that, still kept the briefcase on somebody else and made you know what I'm saying, made them into a star going forward. Just using the Money in the Bank ladder match to perpetuate a story that's not involving a championship, it's kind of crazy.
Well,
But what I was gonna say, wouldn't that you've rarely had a moment like that where you've done that to top it off also? Like that would, I know you're only doing it just for a story, but this story has been built up for like shoot, how long now? Almost half a year. Like this would like, I know again it's just one singular story, but this story would like
The story
bring
is
its
not worth building. The story is not worth that briefcase, though. You talking about basically, essentially, making somebody a champion, elevating somebody to the level of being a world champion, and putting them in that atmosphere and that level, and not doing that off the strength of just building up to a story that, while it is a good story and it's been built well, you're wasting it because again, there's neither one of them have a championship, and it's already two guys who are made guys. If you want to make more guys, put that briefcase with somebody who could actually use it, like Jay, like Andrade. It would benefit one of them more than just Drew winning it and then losing it 30 minutes later, just to perpetuate and further along the beef between him and CM Punk.
I can tell you right now, and this is I'm everybody in that match would cash in that briefcase and they would lose within the year of the Money in the Bank. Whether they cash it in or not, everyone would lose. Because who are you cashing it in on? Cody? Cody probably ain't losing that shit till he faces The Rock or Orton. World Heavyweight Championship. Who's holding it right now? Priest. Priest probably gonna lose it to fucking Gunther. Gunther ain't losing that shit that quick.
I don't think it's guaranteed that Gunther is winning the championship either. I think that everybody's taking that as a foregone conclusion. I don't see it that way. But I'll get into that later on when we cover some shows closer to where I explain why that's the thing. But
That's true. I'm just throwing it out. Whether it be fucking because Priest is getting ready to fucking. We see the dissension between him and the Judgment Day. That's why I'm just thinking that's gonna be Gunther. But it could be anybody. But I'm just saying everybody in that Money in the Bank match would lose the championship after they cashed in. Whether it be a cash in, whether it be a fucking I'm calling my
I mean,
shot and this is gonna be a regular match. But I'm just saying like they would lose it because you have to build them up true, but they're not ready for that title yet.
yeah, but it's got a whole year to cash it in too, and they could be ready by them to get. Because I mean, look at when Priest won. Most people was just like, I don't know about this. Hell, we used to doubt him all the time for the longest while he had the briefcase. I don't know if this nigga need to be champion for reasons we don't have to get into, but allegations he had a tough time beating. He he was struggling to look like that briefcase belonged, but eventually he cashed in and it made sense, and he's looked like a champion since he's been champion.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, we can't call it right now. Yeah, they might not look like champions now, but that don't mean they won't in the future.
I know that, but I'm just saying I'm going off of your point because you said give it to Jay. Jay's getting ready to be in this fucking Civil War.
That's where that comes into play too. And then also I want Andrade, but I'm like, do I see them be letting Andrade just beat Cody?
Why not?
No, I do it. I'm just like thinking of what they gonna do. like would they just be like, hey, let's pull the trigger on Andrade, like, which I would, but I don't know if they will or not. And again, you have a whole year, which is true. You do have a whole year to do it, but now we're gonna have to like, again, the roster thin as it is, so they're gonna be playing around with the briefcase for another year. Same thing they was doing with Priest.
Yeah,
You don't need a whole year to build somebody up either. You can build somebody up in a matter of months. We've literally seen this happen a number of times.
It's true, but I'm saying like what are they doing with the people and the people in the match? What are they doing with them now? Because like y'all said y'all gave Andrade as a suggestion. They ain't really been doing it with Andrade.
Yeah, like they gave him a couple squash matches, but it's just, I mean,
they haven't done a lot with him. But what they have done with him is Andrade ain't really lost either since he's been back, and they've had him look phenomenal. And my thing is, if they're gonna keep calling Jay main event Jay Uso and having him main event shit, and okay, if you're gonna be main event Jay Uso, he's gonna have to start winning championships. At some point, I'm just winning regular ass matches don't matter after a while.
Now I feel you on it, because again, personally, I went on Jay to be, and I'm pretty sure other niggas have too, but waiting on to be world champion for a while now. So hey, I wouldn't be mad if you ran the same thing we just said with Drew, but with Jay, where he cashes in and he finally gets his world title. Like, I wouldn't even be mad at it, because running Jay and Goon back at Bash in Berlin, I'd be fine with it. Because Goon at least has something with each person, with it, whether it be Seth, Jay, or even Priest. So again, it could be either three of them. So hey, I mean, I'm fine with it personally. Because again, Punk can do the same thing. Punk can just pull up during that ladder match and push Drew off a ladder or something, and there you go. Perpetuate pulls a whole thing with that. So hey, I'm fine with either one. I'm interested to see where it goes though, because the only people I know for sure ain't winning this match is LA Knight and Chad Gable.
LA Knight, Chad Gable, and Carmelo Hayes 1,000% not winning.
Melo, I don't want to count out yet. I don't want to count him out yet.
Carmelo's not winning this match. Carmelo in this match because he's arguably the most athletic one there, and they needed a black.
Jay ain't count.
That's wild.
Jay didn't count.
They needed a black, and they needed somebody really athletic. That's two birds with one stone with him.
Gable just there to get kidnapped by Uncle Howdy, and LA Knight is there for the pop and the yeahs in the crowd. Okay. Hey.
But I do look at it like this. Everybody in this match are people. That is the top of everybody's mid card, and people that they believe they could also possibly maybe even be world champion someday.
Nah, for sure. I think Money in the Bank has, again, only 5 matches, but I think it could be a really great show tomorrow. One thing I ask from you guys for tomorrow, Triple H, WWE in general, make sure you bring the violence. We just saw AEW bring ultra violence in their ladder matches. I want y'all to do the same. Up the ante.
High impact shit. I need some violence. Let's make this shit. Let's make some noise here. It ain't about showing up the other show. It's about matching that energy, man, and just putting overall some good shows together. So yeah, up that level of violence. Both matches, the men's and the women's, man.
Mm-hmm. Show out. Now, with that being said, thank y'all today for joining us in the MVP's Lounge for Smackdown and Money in the Bank predictions. Y'all let us know who y'all think is going to win.
Down in the comments below, please like, share, subscribe. Tell a neighbor, tell that neighbor to tell a neighbor, tell a friend, tell that friend to tell a friend. Spread the word, baby. Get some eyes over here. Leave some comments. I'm down to interact. Tell me if I'm wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'm going to just argue with you and say I'm right.
Hey, facts. All right, Kudo, send us off.
Fuck Cody.
Peace.
You must be sleeping under a rock or something.